Must have been an echoey mess because I realized I forgot to turn off one of my vocal feeds or whatever, but that's just how it works. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Paranormal Portal. I'm your wizardly host, Brent Thomas. I even got a wizard staff here. So just so you know, you might think this show started late, but I may need to remind you that a wizard is neither late nor is he early. They start exactly when they mean to. So that's what happened here. So happy Halloween, everybody. This is kind of our Halloween extravaganza here on the Paranormal Portal. And we got a lot of Halloween stuff to bring you, including some really creepy stuff that's happening right here in the Portal House. Believe it or not, got some things to discuss with you guys. Yeah, some crazy stuff's been happening around here. So we'll be getting into that and more. Of course, we are going to be joined by Mr. Jim Cipriano, who is here, and he'll be joining us in a moment. But before we get to that, Wizard would be remiss if he didn't talk to you about a great choice that you two can make to become more wizardly in your approach to life. Wizards are very quick wit, high energy people, and they sometimes need a boost. And, of course, I'm talking about this boost right here. This is called Magic Mind, ladies and gentlemen. And it is my pleasure to talk to you about this. We've talked about it a few times on the show, but now we even got a code that you can use. If you use Portal 20, you'll save even more on your first order. Now, this is Magic Mind. It's these little energy shots. And they are incredible. I've absolutely fallen in love with this company, with this product. I'm not a morning person. I don't have energy in the morning. I am basically a lethargic, just this side of turtle when I wake up. And it takes me a long time to get going. But I've been using Magic Mind now for a couple months straight. And I'm here to tell you, it is like night and day. These things are incredible. And they're packed full of all kinds of incredible ingredients that are all organic. They are responsibly harvested, and you're not getting Franken foods or chemical soups or anything. Any of the wizards brew, no witches brew in this. This is all natural, and it's good for you, and it's a hell of a thing. And I'm here to tell you, I love this stuff, and it is simple to use. You get these things. They say you can put them in the fridge if you want. They come in these great 15 bottle boxes. And one a day, start out your day, and you're going to have energy all through the day. I love these things. And I'm going to take one right now because, by God, doing the portal, I need all the energy I can get. So you just basically take these things, give it a little shake, make sure everything's all mixed up nice, and you throw it back. It's literally a shot. I mean, it literally is. It's like taking one quick gulp. You're done. You're getting all kinds of vitamins and nutrients and all kinds of energetic elements in there that are amazing. Now, I could try to pronounce these for you. I've tried before, and, I don't do a real good job of it. So I will just tell you to go to magicmind.com and check it out. It's an amazing product. They are a wonderful company. I mean, even the box is looking really cool. It's kind of got that Japanese kind of art on it. I mean, it's not. It's all made right here in the U.S., but it's an incredible product. It's sharper mind, less stress, calm energy, and more vitality. And who doesn't need vitality? Come on. I can't remember the last time I had vitality before Magic Mind. So check it out. Obviously, this is a paid promotion, but I wouldn't promote something I didn't 100% believe in, ladies and gentlemen. So all you got to do is go to magicmind.com/portal. And we're going to do that right now. I want you guys to see this site. First of all, I'll show you Magic Mind itself, their root website, because it is really fantastic. And it gives you all the information and stuff that I can't try to pronounce here. But it's, again, tells you a lot about Magic Mind, what it's got in there, and how come it's good for you, what it does. And I mean, right off the gate, they're always offering savings to anybody that wants to try it out. But you get a better savings through the portal. I'm just saying. So, but check it out. This is all the ingredients right here. If you scroll through this list, you'll see everything that's in there and all the good for you stuff. And down here, it talks about what it is, why it's different, and why it works. And it gives you a couple charts, some great reviews by people that use it. And there's even frequently asked questions here, and some social media links if you want to follow them there. But I'm going to encourage you, if you're going to check out this product, please go to magicmind.com/portal, and that's where you're going to get the great deal. And you're going to help out the show too, which I hope that you guys would all love to do. So head over to magicmind.com. Here's the portal link right here on your screen. And if you do, please use the code PORTAL20, and that'll help you even better. So special thanks to the Magic Mind Company. I really appreciate this. I love the product, and it's a pleasure to be in partnership with you. So hope you guys will check it out. Give them a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Again, I'm not an easy person to please, and I'm pleased. So there you go. Now, without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on my co-host for the night, Mr. Jim Cipriano, who inspired tonight's costume festival, as you can see. How you doing, Jim?
How is everybody doing tonight?
Oh, my God.
I'm doing great.
Looks like you need a shave there.
I always need a shave.
I love that you're playing with your ears when you're off camera. That was really funny. I was watching you. You're tweaking your ears.
I didn't realize how big they were until I saw them on camera.
Well, there you go. We got the dog man here in person, or werewolf. I'm not sure. What are you? Are you a skinwalker, dog
Either
man,
one.
werewolf? Any of
I'll
them?
take them both.
All three for the win. All right.
I think I'm just heavily Italian.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. Okay, so guys, I think we're going to start out taking a dive into the news as we always start out here on the portal. I got to take this hood down because I'm going to bake. I already get sweaty when I do the shows anyway, just because of all the love and energy I put into it. But I am wearing my wizard cloak for you guys tonight because, well, you know, it's our Halloween festival. Now, I do want to let you guys know tonight we are going to be giving away a t-shirt to one of our members here on the YouTube channel. I don't have any channel members set up over on Rumble. You know, we're just a developing channel over there and nothing on Twitch either. So if you want to become part of the family, you're welcome to. But currently I only have a membership through the YouTube channel. So for those of you that are YouTube members, you got a green name. You could win a t-shirt tonight. And as per usual, what I do is I'm going to give away 5 free memberships right now because that's the kind of love I'm bringing to you. I just want to give everybody a shot and as many people as we can. Now, again, I'm gonna do this. I don't have any idea who's going to get it. I don't have any control over who gets these free memberships. So just so you know, I'll do 5 free memberships. It'll disperse through the YouTube machine and it'll give them out. So I'm going to do that right now. We're going to membership gift All right, let's do this. All right, Jim, I'm going to give them out now, and we can just see who's going to be lucky. The lucky 5 members. All right, here it goes. It's asking me if I'm serious. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do this.
Do it.
It's affecting my audio quality. Sorry about that, folks, if you got a little laggy there. I do apologize, but it's been announced. We'll see who's winning the gift memberships. All right, we got Anna Happen is going to get it. Diane Taylor Mar, rather. I can't really see very well. Charles Centers. Justin Gooder's got a free membership. And a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So there's 5 new members in the Paranormal Portal family. You get a free month membership, folks. If you choose to continue it, I really appreciate it. It goes a long ways in helping us here on the show. But if you can't, I completely understand. I totally understand. We also do t-shirt giveaways every month on our Discord. So if you can't pony up for the membership, no harm, no foul. Go join the Discord. That's free. I do a t-shirt giveaway, and I will be giving away one of those tomorrow for Halloween. So hope you guys get it. That's all I can say. So we're going to do that in the second hour though. So don't get too anxious yet, but if you want to sign up and become a member, you're welcome to, and may luck favor you all. All right, Chucky, I thought of Chucky. I was thinking of Chucky because of Discord. Sorry about that. Jimmy, got all kinds of names floating through my head here as I'm looking at the chat. Oh, somebody just gifted me a membership. Nice, Jim. You can't enter though. Yes. You don't get to get a free shirt, Jimmy. That's okay. Thank you, Hardwick. I appreciate that, brother. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. That was very kind of you, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Hardwick. Hardwick's gift gave Jim a membership. Patty Troy, Button 68, Anima Unda, and Dwayne. So congratulations to you 5 as well, including you, Jimmy. Now you get all the perks of being a channel member, which is basically getting a t-shirt drawing that you're not getting. That's okay. I just like to be a part of the contest. You're kind of family though, so that'd be nepotistic to enter you in the drawing. So that's fair. Yeah. Fair. You might get one for Christmas anyway. I'm just saying, because you're, family. Yes. All right. So we are going to get to, we got more messages. What am I missing? Okay. We're good. I just would like, later in the show, we'll do the shout outs. I've been trying to do them on the lead in, but since I did the Magic Mind drop right away, I think we'll do shout outs in a little bit for those of you that are present and available. There's Chucky right there. Good to see him. Mickey G. Hello to everybody. Annie Manuel. I'm just saying hi to a few. John Stevenson over in Rumble. I've got Dog Diggers over there. HB Girl to You is over there as well. And sorry to hear about your arm. That's one that's not so wonderful, but I hope you're healing fast and it's okay. Barbara Mora's over there as well. And so it's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. And hello to anybody over there on Twitch. Hey, Jess Mink, good to see ya. And Shelly Montgomery, Annie Manuel is here. John Stevenson and John Temperance sent his apologies, but he won't be able to watch the live, but he'll be checking out the replay. So God bless you, John. Hey, Isaac, good to see you. Hi, Deb Varner. Deb was in here quite a bit earlier. Good to see you. And Local Squatch is here. Rachel gets it right. Good to see you all. So we're going to get to the news now and find out just what's going on in the news-averse. Chucky, you ready? Or why do I keep saying Chucky? Jimmy, are you ready for the news? Oh, I am ready. All right. Well, let's get to some news here and find out just what the hell's going on in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to news you up, and so buckle up. And then we'll talk about some weirdness that's been happening in the Portal House. Some craziness going on here, Jimmy. I'm telling you. I'm excited to hear about it. I'm telling you, it's so hilarious. It's maybe a little concerning too, but it's also hilarious. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. Here's the news, ladies and gentlemen. only news John Stevenson trusts. God bless you, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paranormal Portal News Desk, as Jimmy and I will bring you all the news you can handle, all that we can fit in as well. Because let me reframe you a little bit, Jimmy. I'm just making you a little more centered here. If I can, just so you look all professional. I put my hood back up because I felt naked without it. And didn't want to leave you out there in costume land alone. Because I'm
going to try to go the whole time. This is a very hot hat.
I know. Are you wearing a jacket too?
I'm wearing it's like a cardigan, which was not that bad till I put this on.
Yeah, I want maybe you can just ditch the cardigan and go with the head thing.
I could do that, yes.
Could try that.
It's like 78 in Michigan right now. I don't know how.
Really? God,
it's really.
What was that? Okay, you're skipping all over the place like that. Got a huge leg spike there suddenly.
Oh,
are you there?
Better there? Yep.
Yeah. And everything says excellent connection for me, so let's hope that.
Same on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I was just like, so you said it was 78, and then I don't know what the hell else you said, but it took a while. But at any rate, let's get to the news because, ladies and gentlemen, we got news stories for you tonight here on the portal. And as always, throughout the course of the show, we use a lot of different sites, and I just hope you guys will support these sites, visit them, give them your love, give them your attention, because these are amazing sites, and they are wonderful, and I just want to make sure that we endorse them as much as possible because your traffic does help keep the lights on for them, ladies and gentlemen. So please do that if you would be so kind. All right. We're going to start out with a site that we know and love here on the portal called unexplained-mysteries.com. This is the news. And the first news story that we're going to deal with here is kind of a weird one, Jimmy. It comes out of apparently the Netherlands. And this is the Nature and Environment. God, how big is this article? Oh, Jesus, what the hell did it do that for? I didn't want that. My pewter's making choices all on its own, Jimmy. All right, here we go. This looks strange as hell. It does look like right out of a movie. What am I talking about? Well, take a look at your screens, ladies and gentlemen, because according to unexplained-mysteries.com, in the Nature and Environment category, weird alien egg sacs pulled out of a canal in the Netherlands. Look at that, Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the first thing I would have assumed.
Well, let's see what it says. It says clusters of strange egg-like objects were recently hauled out of the water by volunteers in the city of Utrecht. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what you're getting, ladies and gentlemen. Resembling the eggs found by the crew of the Nostromo in the 1979 science fiction horror classic Alien, these peculiar egg sacs were recently discovered in the waterways of Utrecht in the Netherlands, and this was hanging on the bottom of a floating island. Volunteers who made the discovery wrote, "So exactly what are these?" Well, you'll be happy to know, Jimmy, they do have an explanation, because they're known as water bag bryozoans. These egg-like structures are in fact colonies of tiny organisms that individually measure mere millimeters in length. The bags can reach up to 2 meters in size and will typically be found attached to other objects. Bryozoans are not native to the Netherlands, instead originating from the east coast of the U.S. Well, that was nice of us to share. Wonder if they taxed them. Do they need visas? Sorry. They were first discovered in Europe during the 19th century. Though invasive, they're not thought to be harmful to the local environment. In this case, volunteers were simply able to put them back where they found them. Well, they're apparently not real concerned about them, Jimmy, but they do look, they actually look pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they do. They look definitely like aliens.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Like if I was thinking of where an alien came from, this would be kind of what I'd be in my head. That's creepy as hell, but cool looking. And
yeah.
maybe it looks cool because of the way the sun's hitting it, like it's kind of translucent, letting sunlight through, and it picks up that lava glow or whatever. That looks pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ew.
Yeah, but yeah, it kind of probably makes a nice mood lighting if you put a bulb in the middle of that. I don't know. Anyway, probably look good in the studio here, I'm thinking.
Nude beanbag chair.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just thinking on the wall or something, with an alien head poking out of it. I don't know. I'm easily amused, Jimmy. That's why I do the show. That's the first story tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And don't worry, there's much more. Where that came from, because the next story tonight is coming also from unexplained-mysteries.com. And this is one from Archaeology and History Files. And this is a brand new one, as a matter of fact. By the way, special hello to my wonderful cousin and brother, Mr. Paul, over in Tennessee, who's out there listening. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say hello to him. So, and Jimmy, of course, says hello too.
Hi, Paul.
All right. This one's from unexplained-mysteries.com as well. Archaeology Files. Entrance to the underworld discovered beneath church in Mexico, Jimmy.
Finally. I've been looking for a faster commute to the underworld.
I was watching an old Johnny Carson interview today with Red Skelton. I think it was him. It might not have been, though. Might not have been. I think it was Red Skelton that said this, though. But he said, so, for people in hell, where do they tell people to go? I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know. It hit me funny anyway. All right, here we go. Well, apparently there's an entrance to the underworld here. So the ruins of the ancient city in southern Mexico have yielded evidence of long-lost underground tunnels. Well, that's not as cool as that headline sounded. Anyway, known as the place of the dead, the city of Mitla, I guess, built by the ancient Zapotec civilization, was said to be situated atop a labyrinth of underground tunnels and caverns known as the entrance to the underworld. The precise location of these tunnels would be lost to time when the city was razed by the Spanish in the 16th century and new structures were built atop its ruins. For years, archaeologists attempted to find these mysterious subterranean tunnels, but to no avail. Now, though, thanks to the advent of electrical resistivity tomography, wow, that's a big bunch of words. Researchers believe that they may have finally located evidence of Zapotec's enigmatic back door to hell. Well, Jesus, that's kind of that's a way to sell it there. To find it, they scanned multiple groups of ruins for signs of subterranean cavities. Some of the tunnels and chambers extend to a considerable depth, in excess of 15 meters, said Marco Vigato, founder of the ARX project, which is heading up the search. In the case of the South Group, they're up to 30 meters deep, and this is as far as instruments can penetrate. One chamber under the Church of San Pablo Apostol measures approximately 15 meters long by 10 meters wide. That is pretty big. It is possible that these tunnels, particularly those under the church group, extend further to the north, east, and south. Possibly they connect to other geophysical anomalies identified under the other groups. What's particularly exciting is that these tunnels may also contain the burial chambers of ancient Zapotec kings and other prominent figures of Zapotec society. Whether the treasures they were likely buried with are still there, however, remains to be seen. Well, yeah, I bet it does. And we'll probably never see those either. That's kind of cool, though. I don't know. The ancient world is full of these anomalies, and I don't know. I think they're kind of exciting. It's almost like Indiana Jones stuff, right?
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I got the wrong hat on, apparently. Anyway, kind of cool. I don't know. I guess it's not the real underworld that maybe we were thinking of, Jimmy, but it's an underworld. So got that going for
Close enough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's under the world that they knew anyway. So that, I guess that counts. That was kind of.
They got us on a technicality.
They did. Bastards. Oh, bastards. Anyway, let's get to the next one because there's more, folks. We're going to do one more here and then we're going to start flapping my lips talking about my life. And you guys can hear all about it. All right, here's the last one for tonight. This one comes from metaphysics and psychology. Kind of a weird grouping to put metaphysics and psychology together. Yeah, I don't know. But it is kind of true because, and this is something that's always drove me nuts, is the old, oh, if a black cat crosses your path, you know, you can expect bad luck or whatever. Well, if that's the case, then I'm in real trouble because I got a black cat and he's always walking in front of me and walking behind me, and wherever I'm going, he's in the way. And he's a doll. I love him. It's Mr. Anubis, of course, but let's see what they say here. This is unexplained-mysteries.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, why are people superstitious about a black cat crossing their path? Look at that little adorable guy. Come on. Who couldn't love that little guy or girl? I don't know. It could be either. But it's adorable, right?
Yeah, I love black cats the most, I think. I think they're adorable.
Yeah, I've always loved, I mean, I love them all, but yeah, black cats I think are awesome. I think maybe I love them a little more because a lot of people refuse to adopt them or whatever, and they're just the sweetest cats. Every black cat I've had, other than this one that was like smart as a brick, but the other ones have been amazing cats. The other one was a sweetheart. She was a female, but she was not the brightest in her litter, I'm sure. But I loved her all the same. That was Cleopatra, my old black cat. All right, humans have long held superstitious beliefs concerning animals that are pure black or pure white in color. Imagine it's a crispy and sunny fall morning. You just left your local coffee shop ready to start your day. And out of the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of something moving in the bushes. Is it a squirrel stashing acorns for the winter? A robin fattening up for migration? As you get closer, the image becomes clear and you unconsciously hold your breath. It's a black cat out for its morning stroll. Good God, this is a long one. Well, I'll read the first part of it. The superstition about black cats and other black animals in general has shaped people's preferences about animals and left its mark on things such as lower adoption rates for black cats and belief that black cats are more aggressive, yet these biases are unfounded. I would agree. I think they're wonderful. As two biologists who focus on human-wildlife interactions, what we find scary is how superstitions, lore, and myths can shape your subconscious, particularly biases toward the animals people are trying to conserve and protect. I think that's as much as I'm going to read, but I will put the link in all the chats and you guys can read more about this weird superstition and maybe come up with some information regarding where the hell did that come from? And I don't know. I guess it's, my guess would be, and I haven't read the article, so I have no idea, but my guess would be that it's something like, good is white, and that doesn't sound right, but good is the white hats in the cowboy movies, and the black hats were the bad guys in the cowboy movies, and that's how you could just tell them apart. But I think that's kind of a bias, based on a more ancient idea. Interestingly enough, the ancient Druids loved black because to them it was the presence of all color, whereas white was one color. I don't think they really understood prismatics so much back then, but the idea was that black cats were or black was the most powerful color. Interesting. I don't know. Hey, Wes, good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Sponsors will let you choice custom promo code. Oh. He says, ask Magic Mind to change the promo code to Tony Merkel stinks, and I'll buy a crate. I'll get right on that, brother. You can count on it. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Oh, my God. I bet you they would. I don't know if they would or not, unless they're working a deal with the confessionals. Maybe they wouldn't then. I don't know. That's hilarious. But that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, for our journey into the news. So I don't know about you, but I learned something, Jimmy. Did you?
Yeah, I did. The egg sacs threw me.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. I don't know if I put this link in there, but I put it in there again if I didn't. No, I did. I had already put it in there. But it's in there again. If you want to read about black cats, just wait till after the show, if you would. Open the link, but hold it. Don't leave me. I need you. I'm kind of dependent on you guys. You make me smile. Wes, can you cite your sources? Well, I've met Tony, and he must have showered up. He didn't stink so bad that when I saw him. He was rather clean and probably better groomed than I am. But that's not saying a whole lot. I'll just say that. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the rest of the show. You should have rigged those things up so you could pull strings and make them move.
I know.
Yeah. That would have been cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it here on the Paranormal Portal desk. And lots to discuss. There is a belief that the veil between this world and the next thins around this time of year. That it's, easier to contact the dead or be contacted by the dead. And I don't pretend to know. I really don't know. I mean, I've always liked this time of year, but I've always loved Halloween. Is it because it's a more mystical time or something? I don't know. I just think it's a cool time of year. Other than the temperature change, I really enjoy it. But I'm here to tell you, the Portal House has been a lot busier, a lot more active lately, and by no encouragement of my own, other than doing these shows. I will say, I think that, and I've talked to many hosts that deal with the paranormal, and they've at least all that I've talked to have agreed that, look, when you start diving down these rabbit holes, maybe you bring some stuff to you. And, it's really been my experience. I've had a lot of experiences through the years, and honestly, and this isn't an embellishment, this isn't bragging, this isn't anything. It's just me telling you the truth. I've experienced a ton of things. I lived in several houses that had a lot of ghostly activity, a lot of it. And, whatever that means. And I'm not saying it's me, but I've just maybe made some poor choices or good choices, however you look at it. But I always seem to end up in places where things end up happening. Take that however you will. Any of you are skeptics out there, then just dismiss it. No orders, no Merkel orders either, Rachel. So far, I haven't smelled any. I did smell something that was odd the other day, but I can't remember what it was, and I couldn't quite place it, but I knew it was a smell that I wasn't familiar with, and this was a few days ago. Okay.
Is it the stench of decay?
No, it was not. It was nothing foul or offensive. It was just unusual. Like, I couldn't place it. It's like something that, it wasn't like a horrible smell or anything, but it was a smell that was like, what the hell is that? And it was just so different. Now this house is drafty. Something could have wafted in through, any one of the old windows. This house is about 110 years old or better. And so it's been around a long time. And, these old houses probably have a lot of old ghosts. I've lived in several really old houses. So, I will say that there has been some strange things happening for about the last week and a half or 2 weeks. And there's several little odd things that I've noticed, but I just kind of discarded them like, well, could have been something or it couldn't have been something. I don't know. And I don't think everything is paranormal. I'm not one of those people. I do have this tendency to get really logical about it, and I really try to debunk things as they happen. But the first incident of note didn't happen to me. In fact, the first two incidences of note didn't happen to me, but they were in my presence. And it was something that occurred to my wife, Mrs. Portal, we'll call her. She was being visited by a friend of hers. My wife is from Indonesia, and for the record, she's not really big into any of this stuff. She doesn't really she thinks most of this stuff is goofy and whatever. but she was standing in the kitchen with her friend who was also Indonesian in the community and came over to visit. And they were standing in the kitchen, and I was just in the next room in the living room, just sitting on the couch. And as they were standing there near the counter, they were talking, and suddenly, and I can't demonstrate it, but there was a coffee mug on the counter that suddenly pinged out of nowhere. Nothing touched it, and it rocked. It like moved. It was like something struck it though, but it was only my wife and her in the kitchen, and there was none of the cats were nearby. They were outside, and my dog was laying next to me on the couch, and my son wasn't home, or he was upstairs. I don't remember if he was actually at school or I think he was at school, and so it was just those two in the kitchen, and something pinged this mug and it moved. Well, instantly they're like, "Huh!" And they both made the sound, and they're like, oh my God, come here. And I'm like, well, what happened? Because I heard the sound on the couch. I'm like, what's going on? And then they told me, and they were both like sitting there, and they both made this sound, and then they both kind of like, what was that? And started kind of chuckling, like, oh, that's really weird. Now, I didn't think much of it. I don't know. Things have been known to happen here from time to time, but that was the first more key event that happened, and that was about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. I think it was a week and a half ago, honestly. And so I don't know. I just chalked it up to, well, that's another weird thing that happened, whatever. Now, just earlier this week, I think it was Sunday, might have been Sunday, yeah, because I did the interviews on Monday, and that's the next thing. So on Sunday, I was standing in the kitchen with my wife, who was cooking. She was making ramen, and now my wife has a really specific way that she likes to crack her eggs, and so she was making ramen, and in the true Asian fashion, at least that I've always been familiar with, they actually crack open raw eggs into the boiling noodles, and then they kind of solidify and become almost like an egg drop soup kind of thing. I don't know. It's really good, whatever. So she was in there, and she was boiling up the noodles, and she had an egg in her hand. And I'm standing there looking at her with my son right next to me. And she got the egg in her hand. I'm going to put it on just me so I can show you guys. She's got the egg in her hand, and she uses a fork, and she smacks it, and then she usually opens it into the pot of boiling water. Well, she's standing there like this, and she's about to smack it with the fork, and suddenly her hand shoots up, boom, like that. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Her hand shot up into the exhaust hood above the stove, and then there's egg everywhere, and she's got egg all over her hands. Just a second, I'll get to a question in a second. And she got egg all over her hands, all over the stove. I'm like, what did you do? I'm sitting there chuckling, like, what did you do? She turned and looked at me and said, I didn't do anything. My hand, it got grabbed and thrown up into the exhaust hood and smashed this egg. And I was like, oh my God. I was blown away. She was beside herself. She's like, I didn't do anything. I was standing here. I said, well, did you feel something grab? She goes, no, it's like something just threw my arm up. And so her arm and the egg went up into the exhaust hood and shattered. And I was like, wow, that's really weird. Well, she was really bothered by this, but I was like, okay, well, that's strange. And, I don't know. Weird, like I said, weird things sometimes happen, although that was a little more personal. And then it's like, that's not so good. And the next day was Monday, this last Monday. And I did back-to-back interviews, one with Matt Knapp for an upcoming Paranormal Portal, and the other was with Tommy Cullum of Let's Get Freaky podcast. So those are two upcoming podcast episodes that'll be airing in the coming weeks. But I was talking to Tommy when I was talking to him, and we were talking about some of the strange stuff because he was talking about some of his strange stuff. This wasn't recorded. This is either prior to or after we got done recording. I don't remember which, but I was like, well, I decided to tell him about some stuff that had happened here. And he's like, wow, that's really crazy. But then I told him the background on this house, which I have shared here on the show before. Because when I moved into here, we've had activity here ever since we've been here. It used to be really much more nefarious or at least creepy. It's not been that way for a long time, but I was when I was interviewing the neighbor, her daughter, who was 40 some years old, the daughter, and she was over here in the house, and she's like, "Well, how do you like living here?" And I'm like, "It's okay." I said, "It's kind of a different house," and she's like, "Yeah, well, you know what happened here, don't you?" And I was like,
There it is.
"No, what happened here?" And she said that, and she told me this heartbreaking story. When she was in high school, there was a 14-year-old boy that lived here who was obviously dealing with some severe depression, and he, well, for lack of a better term, he ate a shotgun upstairs and took himself out, which is horribly tragic. And I was like, "Oh no, I didn't know that." Well, I'm telling Tommy about this. And that made a lot of sense to me. It's like, well, there's a lot of stuff that happens here. Well, okay, that makes sense. There was a huge tragedy here. There's probably all kinds of things connected with that could be still lingering. And so I was like, well, okay. So I told Tommy about this. And anyway, I got done with my interviews and my neck felt really hot over here. I'm like, what's going on? Why is my neck so hot? That's really weird. Now, prior to that, earlier, I felt an ice cold air next to me, like ice cold. And I looked around. I'm like, wow. And I told Tommy that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I told Tommy. I was like, God, I feel like something really cold. And it was like, I could feel it. It was just like ice cold. And now this house can be drafty, but I mean, that was like, it was really cold. I'm like, wow, that was weird. And then it was soon after my shoulder was burning or warm, and I touched it. And now, and you can't see it from the picture that I'm about to show you, but it started out where I could feel this raised line along my neck, on the side of my neck, from the back of my neck to right underneath my ear. I was like, what the hell is that? I said, I was thinking it feels like a scratch. So anyway, I got done. This was after I was actually disconnected with Tommy, and I just felt this. I'm like, whoa, what was that? And so I went and talked to my wife. I said, what is this on my neck? And she's like, and she looks and she goes, oh. And then she looked and pulled down my collar, and this is what was there. This is what I posted on Facebook. This is right after I got done, and you'll see it now. That's my neck. Now, what you can't see, and you can maybe vaguely see, this is the long one that I was just talking about that I felt. I didn't even know these were here. And she said, oh my God, you're scratched up. And I was like, really? I was like, well, will you please take a picture of it for me? So she did. And this is the picture. And these are the scratches that appeared out of nowhere. And then they started burning. And then, so it started out as a warm feeling. I felt the raised welt here that you can kind of see on this picture. But I'm mostly holding it up because right down here, I didn't even know these were here, were these scratches. And I was like, oh. Well, then it started to feel like somebody took a string and rubbed it back and forth against my skin and created like friction burns. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. So I was like, well, okay, I guess I've been scratched. Now, I have been scratched before, I think, but the difference is I can't tell you that I was scratched by something or not. Like, I will wake up with scratches in weird place on my body and stuff, and it's like, well, who the hell knows what you do when you're sleeping? Sometimes I'm out like a log, and sometimes I thrash. Well, whatever. I've never really attributed those as paranormal because I couldn't say when they showed up. Maybe it was something else. But these, I know exactly when they showed up because I felt the warmth, and then I felt that raised welt, and then after the photo, it was like it started like stinging. I'm like, oh, okay. So those are the scratches that were on my neck and are still. They're mostly healed now. There's still little welts, but now they're much better. They kind of were itching, like when something starts healing, how they itch. Now they kind of itched, but that's what's been going on here. So I did get
It's horrifying.
Well, I don't know. And again, I'm not trying to beat my chest or act like I'm so brave or whatever, but I don't know why. Maybe this should bother me a lot more, but I'm like, That's really fascinating. You know, I'm looking at it more like from an investigator point of view. Like, wow, I don't feel freaked out by this at all. You know, my hand to God. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to, you know, build myself up like, oh, I'm so whatever. I just think it's fascinating because something made contact with me. I don't like the fact that it chose to scratch my neck. I think that sucks and pisses me off. But
Yeah, that's the part that worries me.
yeah, but I think these things are meant to create fear, and fear is never a good emotion in this stuff, because if you surrender to fear, then you are surrendering. It's an opening that if it is something dark, it could be a big problem. So I don't know. It's just so fascinating to me that it's happened and that it's progressed. Now, somebody did suggest, they messaged me on Discord and said, hey, for Halloween, you should do an investigation on your studio like you did before. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'll do that this year. I think I got enough going on here right now. I don't need more, you know, because it did interact with my wife once, which concerns me. The scratches on me don't really concern me as much because it's like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't feel afraid of it. Again, I think I've been scratched before anyway, and that doesn't really freak me out. But the big thing is that, you know, of course, I do have a son that lives here. He's 9 years old. And so I'm going to have to get real serious about it. But I just wanted to share this stuff. What month? I don't know, Barbara. In fact, I don't know when the guy died. The young man. I don't know. She's asking on Discord. And what was Deb's question? Did you see that, Jimmy?
I saw that she had a question. I didn't see what the question was, though.
Okay. I'm sorry, Deb. I just had to tell the story while it was all fresh in my mind, but I'm scrolling up here. So let me see. What was the question from Deb, if somebody can tell me? I'm scrolling up in the chat, but I don't know where it was. I just wanted to get through the narrative while we were talking there. Let's see. I don't see it. Why don't I see it? It should be here. Deb said, hi, wizard. I'm looking. Scorpio, women. I don't know. What is the question? If anybody says, please let me know. But that's the current events that have been going on, and this is the first time that I think, well, that I can say that I firmly believe that I was scratched by something. I think I know why, though. I think that the young man's soul is probably still lingering here and has made a nuisance of himself for the most part, which is fine. I don't find that offensive or anything. But I think maybe me telling his story was maybe offensive and maybe will continue to cause problems now that I've shared it again here. I feel nothing but compassion for this child that, he was in such a sad place and, acted on in such a way that, he may be in a form of torment now. They said he early 30s. I don't know. Okay, well, apparently I don't know what that question was. If Deb, if you got a question, please let me know again. I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is human. Well, there is the point that, of that, because it does look like a series of threes. There's, there's one here, there's one here, and then there's one here. So that could be a three. Then we start these more diagonal lines. 1, 2, 3, which I don't know where the grouping would be, but I've had lots of people contributing their ideas on Facebook of what they think. I did look up, some people have suggested, is that Roman numerals? Well, maybe, and they've had different interpretations of what they are. One was the number 20. I don't have any idea what the 20 could mean if that's the case. I did Google different variations of VAXA, because that does look like a V. This looks like it could be an A that's not crossed. This looks like an X, and this is an A. And that is an Icelandic word for develop. And I don't know if that's relevant or not, but could it be that? I don't know. Just in time. It's right on top of me, too. You can't even see it on the ghost radar. Yeah. How about that?
Who do you call? I mean, assuming it is the boy, who do you call? I mean, is there anyone you call to help cross over? Is that a thing?
Well, we got people in this very chat that can help with that, I'm sure. I mean, of course, I do send prayers and ask that the divine light will bring them home. I've done those things. I've cleansed many times in this house with many different modalities, both prayer, frankincense, holy water, salt, olive oil on the thresholds and such after cleansings to keep things from coming in after it's cleared or cleaned. I don't know. But again, by virtue of doing this show, it might just be use the force, Brent. Yeah. Yeah. Well, believe me. But
Ghostbusters. Okay, local squatch. You know how much I tried not to say who you're going to call? I knew Ghostbusters.
So it is interesting that as I'm talking about it and going through this, then the Ghost Radar pings. Now, I will say the Ghost Radar has been quiet for about the last 3 shows. It hasn't said much of anything. Not even one hiss like that. So
I missed it. What did it say?
It didn't say anything, but when it makes that hissing sound, that's supposed to be a very potent presence. So
interesting.
Yeah. If you use olive oil, won't Popeye be mad? Maybe. He might be, but he'll just have to eat some spinach. But anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed. I'm sending you a Sasquatch ghost. I hope it comes through. Okay, well, that's probably not what I need is more. I don't know if I need more here. Apparently, I've already got enough going on, but...
start charging rent.
I know. Yeah, or at least if one of them could just drag a vacuum once in a while, that'd be great. Hey, Justin, good earth, good to see you. But yeah, I don't know. Or dust, something. Yeah, instead
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But instead they're tracing lines on my neck, apparently. So that's my neck for any of you that just came in, and those are some recent scratches that occurred. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know. But
I assume this is obvious, but you weren't wearing like a new necklace or anything.
No. Well, I was going to talk about that. Thank you. You just kind of reminded me what I was going to talk about. But that's some of the suggestions. First was your cats. Well, I have 2 cats, fair enough. But my cats do not scratch me. Because if they did scratch me like this, I wouldn't have those cats. They wouldn't be my cats anymore. My cats are 2 sweethearts. They're very loving, very gentle. They don't do this kind of thing. Have I ever been scratched by them? Yes. Once when I was holding one and he got startled and was falling off my leg, and he dug into my legs, I was wearing shorts at the time, and created some beautiful trenches down my leg as he was trying to hang on. But that wasn't his fault, and it certainly wasn't. But I didn't think that was paranormal either. It was just one time when I got really good and scratched. But otherwise, they are very gentle, loving cats. Now, the other thing that people have said, well, could be your necklace. And now I will tell you, I have been wearing this necklace since I was 19 years old. I never take this necklace off, ever. I think it's only been off my neck maybe 3 or 4 times since then. And one is because the chain broke once. And the other time was because I had a surgery. And so they didn't let me wear it. But other than that, this has been on my neck. I have never, oh God, somebody's gifting more memberships.
Whoa, Josh Casto.
Nay, nice, Josh. I've never even had a...
Thank you, times 5.
Yeah, I've never had a slight abrasion from this necklace. It has been on my neck consistently for those years. This is a cord necklace. It's just cloth. And there was nothing sharp or abrasive in my collar as well. I mentioned that as well, because what if there was something in there that was causing some little scratches? Well, no. I checked
and
that.
There's no, this is another obvious one, but did you maybe switch up like any body wash or anything? I get kind of sensitive if I go to like aluminum stuff. I don't know if that would play in.
No.
Okay. I'm trying to discredit, but no, it's scary.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, believe me, the first thing I did was just really think about this. Like, is there anything that could explain this? That's the first thing I do with all this stuff, because I'll my hand to God, I will never try to embellish or create controversy out of anything for the sake of this show or my social media. I just won't do it. I just can't do it because I'm very interested in these subjects, but mostly because I want to understand them. And I'm not going to be here perpetuating, possible misunderstandings to be paranormal events. I just wouldn't do that.
No.
So the only
No,
reason
I don't think you would. I always get, this is exactly what I do, is I start going over every question that I can and checking them off. And if nothing comes through, I'm like, okay, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. And like if my cat did this, I would know exactly when that happened and how it happened. I mean, these are not small scratches. So it's not like, oh, I wonder when Fluffy did that. Well, it just never happened. I mean, and I knew exactly when it started because it started as a warm feeling and then turned into welts. So I don't know. Very strange. I wanted to share
and
that.
It just started as just one feeling. It wasn't like, one at a time or anything. It was just one warm feeling on your back.
Just a warm feeling right here in my upper shoulder. And then I felt that with the one right under my ear, the long one. I'm like, what the hell is that? How did I get scratched? What the hell just happened?
Spooky.
Yeah. I mean, it just came on that suddenly, and I had no idea there was more down on my shoulder. I had no idea until I showed my wife, and then she saw this one up here and this one, and then she pulled down my collar, and then these were there, and she's like, oh my God. I'm like, whoa. And then I said, well, take a picture. And so we took this picture with my cell phone. So there you go. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Well, think what you want. Again, this show's never about convincing you of anything, but that's some of the strangeness that's been going on here in the Portal House. I'll keep you posted if more happens. There's a couple other events, but I can't be sure that they're paranormal, so I'm not going to mention those that happened recently. But suffice it to say, things have been going on here. And that's also why I will not be doing a live investigation until, in the foreseeable future. So, yeah. But there you have it. I just wanted to share that with you guys because, this is a personal story. And again, believe what you will. If you think I'm full of crap, fair enough. I'm not trying to make you believe in anything, but this is my experience. Do with it what you will. All I can tell you is what I've told you is absolutely true. I'm not embellishing. I'm not creating narratives here for sensationalism. I have nothing to gain by doing this, and these are real events. So that is the truth. So help me God.
Maybe I won't be visiting.
What's that? You're not coming out, Jimmy?
My flight got canceled. Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. Let me rebook that. I'm going to Florida instead. Yeah, the photo's cool. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing, Brent, because sharing is caring. Yeah, well, yeah. I care enough to, bare my soul to you guys when it happens. So, exactly. It is what it is. I can't say what it is for sure, but I know that it just appeared out of nowhere. And it threw my wife's hand with an egg up into an exhaust hood, and it pinged a mug. Those are the three events that I'm absolutely convinced are paranormal. There's several others that have happened recently that maybe are, maybe aren't. I can't be 100% sure. One of which was there's a door caddy on the back of my pantry door that's actually under the steps, and we were all down here. This is earlier today. And the door caddy actually fell and dropped a hammer and a brush on the floor. And I have no idea how that happened, but it could just be that it fell apart. It's an old door caddy, but it's never done it that I know of before. But I did fix that, and it could just be old. So I'm not claiming for sure that was paranormal, but it was definitely unusual. So that's one other event that may or may not be, but it's in the ambiguous category. So at any rate, send your positive vibes just in case.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Not quite sure. I know that I got to do a serious purge of this house now. And that's the tough part. The investigator in me wants to go, well, wonder if something will happen next. Wonder if I can catch something else happening. But the other part of me is like, yeah, this is where you live. This isn't,
Yeah.
This is where we live. And I don't want I don't want to encourage any activity here at this point. I just wanted to respect our boundaries. Yeah. So anyway, that's the story. I promised you I'd share it, and by God, I'm a man of my word. So there you go, Jimmy.
That delivered. Yeah, I saw your picture on Facebook, and I was hoping we get to talk about it. So thank you for sharing. That's just as creepy as I thought it would be from the picture.
Yeah, it was just so strange. Again, it's not the first time probably that I've been scratched, but it's the first time I can say, yeah, that's definitely not from anything else at all. You know, I'm absolutely sure when it started out of nowhere, and I don't know what to do with it for sure, but yeah. And if you want to comment on that on Facebook and share your ideas, by all means. But just don't say it's my cats or my necklace, please, because, you know, I'm smarter than a potato. I knew about those things. Those have been the first things that I would have noticed when I got scratched. But anyway.
I already asked my hard-hitting investigative journalism questions.
Yeah. No, you did. Yeah, it's fine. And I'm not putting anybody down. I mean, you know, I know everybody's just, hey, this is the first thing you want to do is just throw ideas at it. And I know people mean well, but it's just like, wow, yeah, no, it's not my cats. I would have known if they scratched my shoulder up. Those are some big scratches. So, but anyway, it is what it is. All right. That's the stories, and I'm sticking to them. But we got a lot more to cover here on the show. As always, it's already 8:11, Jimmy. Can you believe that?
Ooh, it's 11:11 over here.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's time zone specific, of course. But I think we should
send a positive wish your way.
You did. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Yep.
I appreciate any, you know, prayers and protections or whatever. Of course, you know, I'm not an egotist like, no, don't worry about me. It's like, yeah, worry about me. That's good. Worry about us. All right. We are going to do a t-shirt giveaway to any of the members on our YouTube channel. So if you are a member, you're going to have to say something in the chat. If you got a membership, you got to say something in the chat. And I'm going to pull up, I should have bookmarked this darn thing. I keep using it and I forget. I don't think I bookmarked it. Let me look. Maybe I did. Maybe I surprised myself. Nope, I sure didn't, unless it's on the bottom. That could take a weekend to get there because I got about a gajillion bookmarks. Oh, God. Someday I'm going to get organized, Jimmy. Someday I will do that. All right. No, it's not there. All right, I'm going to have to find it again. What is it? Random drawing generator. There we go. Random drawing. Oh, I don't mean drawing. I mean like random. Wheel of names. There it is. Wheel of names. I'm going to bookmark it this time because I love this thing, this wheel of names. But, Jimmy, I'm going to need your help to help me identify who the members are here because.
All right.
Let's just, let's go. How do I refresh this? I want to start over here. There we go. I guess I can do it in bulk. All right. All right. Give me a name, sir.
All right. Grandizer 12.
Well, Grandizer already won one. So if you've already won, let Jimmy know so he doesn't add you. Okay. Who else is there?
We got Grateful Owl.
Grateful Owl.
Elaine Clifford.
Elaine, did you already win a shirt? Yep. Let me know. Okay, and?
Yep, and we got Chucky.
Chucky Danger. I don't think he's won, but I might be wrong. If you've won a shirt, let Jimmy know, please.
Did I say Grateful Owl?
Yes.
Yep, Josh Casto.
What was it, Josh?
Yep.
How do you spell the last name?
Casto.
Casto. Okay, Josh, thank you. All right, and?
Yep. Justin Goodearth.
Justin Goodearth, who was just gifted a membership today. Oof, leg spike. Justin Goodearth. Okay.
And Wizard Moon 13.
He did win one already. I know that.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see.
No, I know. No, that's fine. I just remember sending him one. Anybody else?
Rachel gets it right, I believe.
Rachel, did you win a shirt or no? I thought she did. I might be wrong though. No, I think she just won one recently, didn't she? Anyway,
I think I was on for that one.
yeah. So do we literally, is there, if you want a shirt, please, Hardwick, Justin Goodworth, I'm a noob, Wizard Moon, Jim has not won, nor shall he. Rachel says
Nope,
she's
I'm going to brave your haunted house to claim my shirt.
Yeah. No, I will mail it for you. I don't make them here in the Portal House. I just use Teespring.
Oh, nice.
Okay, anybody else that wants to be included in the t-shirt drawing, now is the time to speak in the chat. I don't have a list of members, so you guys got to help us out by typing something. I have one, Rachel said. Okay, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that. I'm just looking.
I don't know if I see Hardwick. Oh, there we go. Participants pop back up. Okay, we got more.
Okay.
Hardwick, Big D, 1955.
Okay. Hardwick, Devin. I got Devin.
Devin,
Hardwick,
yep.
Wick.
Diana Taylor Marr.
What was that, Diana? Oh, yeah, Diana. Okay.
Yep. And I
Diana.
think, let me make sure. Oh, no, we got one at the bottom, Vincent J. Sanchez.
Vincent J. Sanchez. Okay. All right. Now's the time if you want a shirt and you're a channel member of the YouTube channel, please speak now. Please speak now. Okay. We got to wait for just a second or two and we'll see. So far I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 names. Is there a 10th member in here that is a member of the YouTube channel? No. Okay, I'm going to cut off the entry possibilities because you got to be here to win. If you're not present, you can't win. Barbara, Barbara actually got a shirt from Grandizer, so that was nice. She's in here as well, but she did just win, so. You just got here. Well, you got to be a channel member. We're doing a giveaway for channel members here. I'm going to do a drawing for channel members here on the Paranormal Portal. So you must be present to win the present. Absolutely. Please, a t-shirt. You want to take another stab at this, Grandizer? You won last time, and you gave your shirt away. Well, what the hell? I'll enter you, Grandizer. Grandizer. Okay. All right. All right. I think a new schedule's almost hosed me. Well, I'm glad you're here, Justin Goodearth, because now you're in a drawing for a free t-shirt. Maybe we'll do 2. I don't know. Let's see how generous I feel, Jimmy.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let me pull this over to the other window here. And then I'll put it on screen and we'll do it live. If there's anybody else, speak now or forever hold your peace. Let Jimmy know because I've got the YouTube chat covered now. So, anybody, Jimmy?
Just double check one more time. Barbara Moore. Did I say Barbara Moore?
Yeah, might have. Barbara did win a shirt, though. She got a shirt gifted to her from Grandizer. So I'm actually allowing Grandizer to enter this time because he did give away his shirt to Barbara last time. So we'll give him another opportunity to win. And this time, maybe he'll collect his own shirt. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. It's possible. Okay. We'll do it live. We're doing it right now. There's a free t-shirt giveaway right here on the Paranormal Portal. So there you go. You can see the wheel of names is here. And I'm going to randomize this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. All right, we're going to give it the first spin, ladies and gentlemen. May luck favor you all. May the gods smile upon you. May you win a t-shirt. God bless you. And whatever observation you want to apply there. May the divine light shine on you and favor you in a t-shirt drawing. All right, let's do it. How the hell do I do this again? I think I just clicked to spin. Oh, it says click to spin all over it. Derp. All right. Yeah, that's me. I'm qualified to host a show. All right, here we go. First drawing. And the winner is Justin Goodearth. Congratulations, Justin. You are the first. The first winner. I'm going to do another t-shirt winner, but t-shirt winner. I'm going to take a note. Justin, if you'll email me, paranormalportalradio@gmail.com. Give me your mailing address information and your shirt size. T-shirt winner, Justin Goodearth. Congratulations, brother.
Congrats, Justin.
He's been with us forever. He's been with the show forever. Just a long-time friend, so that's wonderful. And I'm hoping any of you win, of course, but that's kind of cool to see someone that's been with us for years and years. He's actually gone out of his way to come to conferences we've been at. It's just a great guy. Okay. So there you are, Justin Goodearth. I'm going to remove you from the drawing. I'm going to draw another one since it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And by God, that's how we roll here. So we have one less entry here. I'm going to shuffle it one time. As soon as it catches up. Waiting for it to catch up. Okay, I'm going to shuffle it 2 times and 3 times. Once again, luck be with you. May the gods smile upon you. All right, here we go.
Fate control.
What's that?
I didn't have anything.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right, here we go. Drawing number 2 for our second t-shirt winner tonight. Our Halloween extravaganza here in the Paranormal Portal. And go. What the hell's going on? I guess it went.
Fates have spoken.
No way. Grandizer, you won again, you lucky bastard. All right, Grandizer, you're the second and final winner. You know what? I'll do a third shirt.
Yes.
We're going to do one more because I just want to give one more shirt away. That's how we roll here. Oh, man, this is so damn laggy, though. I got to figure out what the hell's wrong with my computer someday. I just can't fathom how it's just choking all the time. I keep scanning and cleaning and freeing up space and defragging, and still it's pain. All right, one more entry. 3 shirt giveaway here on the Paranormal Portal. Shuffling once, shuffling twice, shuffling a third time, and a spin. And leg. I have no control over that. Our third winner is Devin. Devin, congratulations, a newer listener.
Oh.
You've now won a Paranormal Portal t-shirt. Any of you guys that won, whether you're on Discord or whatever, if you're not on Discord, just email me, message me in Discord. Yeah, Grandizer, you won again. You're not allowed to enter again. But congratulations, Devin. Congratulations, Justin. Congratulations, Grandizer. Grandizer, I hope you get your own shirt this time, but if you want to give it away, anybody that wins, if you want to give your shirt to someone else, you have that right. I'm not going to say you can't do that. I just want people to get what they want. So congratulations, everybody. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You got that right, Chucky. So that was the 3 t-shirt giveaway here on the Paranormal Portal Halloween extravaganza. For something this wicked this way comes. And it's already arrived here, apparently. So, but there we go, guys. I'm going to bookmark this so I can find it easier next time. Where the hell's the bookmarks? There it is. Bookmark this tab. All right. Wheel of Names. Now I have it. All right. There you go. That is our giveaways for tonight. So thank you guys. Once again, congratulations to everybody that won, and thank you for all of you who tried to win. It's been an unusual evening. Yeah, it seems kind of unusual. It's been unusual here in the Portal House for a while, though. So unusual is kind of what we do here in the Portal. So, excuse me. All right. Now we're going to get to some cryptids, Jimmy. I almost said Chucky again. I don't know why Chucky's stuck in my head. I mean, I love Chucky dearly. Chucky's been a dear friend of the show for a long time, but I keep calling you Chucky as well. I don't know. Sorry about that, Jimmy.
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful name. He's a wonderful guy. All right. We're going to get to the cryptid corner now, folks. I was going to read a couple articles as well, but I'll save those for Friday on the live show, and we'll go over those. But we're going to get to some cryptids tonight. We've got both Phantoms and Monsters and Sasquatch Chronicles. I don't know how much we're going to get to, but yeah, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, I want your shirts. Any of the winners, your shirt size and a name and mailing address. And I promise you it'll stay all confidential. Don't worry about that. I have no interest in being a creeper. So, thank you, Diana said that was a wonderful, awesome giveaway. Thank you. Well, she said awesome. I added wonderful, but I'm sure she meant that. But just email me at paranormalportalradio@gmail.com or message me directly on private message me on Discord. Either way, but you got to let me know one of those two ways. And I'd like to do them all the same day, so as soon as I get all the information together, I will generate the winning entries and send them out, which is literally I just go and order them from the t-shirt company Teespring, who hosts our t-shirts. They're made to order. So, and if anybody wants a t-shirt, you didn't win one, but you'd still like to represent the show and help the show out, head over to the Teespring link that's in the description below, whether you're on Rumble or on YouTube or wherever you're watching. There's always a link available. So check it out. I really appreciate it. It helps us all. Fat guy size is 2XL. Well, that's my size too. So what are you trying to say, Grandizer? I like the 2XLs. I mean, I can fit in XL, but I like to be roomy. I like floppy clothes.
That's good. The oversized look is in right now.
Well, I don't really ever care what's in or out. I've just always done my own thing. But
I'm using that as an excuse to gain weight.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that'll work. Contact
candy season.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, we're going to get to the cryptids, folks, so buckle up. We're going to talk about creatures now. Here we go. We're going in. Grandizer says no fat shaming zone, but you're the only one that you fat shamed yourself, dude. You're wearing the same size shirt I wear. You actually fat shamed me.
It's with a PH. I think that means cool.
Pretty hot and tempting.
Yep. I haven't heard that in a while.
Cheers. We're going to dive into some creature reports now, ladies and gentlemen. I know many of you are cryptid enthusiasts, so you're in the right place. You're in the right place, and we're going to dig into that now. So it says, Jim, you're funny. Local Squatch said you're funny, Jim.
Let me flatter.
Oh, how you do. Go on. All right. Let's continue here as we dive into the cryptids. And ladies and gentlemen, special thanks first to Mr. Wes Germer of Sasquatch Chronicles, who was in here a little earlier. I don't know if he's still around or if he's lurking, or maybe he's just he had enough of this and took off. I'm not sure. But in any case, he gives us his blessing to cover some of his listener emails and from the blog. And he's always hosting amazing stuff on his blog. So if you're not listening or checking out his blog, you're missing a lot of what he has to offer. Well, obviously his show is amazing, but the blog is incredibly well done as well. And he's constantly posting things over there. So check out SasquatchChronicles.com and check out the blog. So we're going to hit this first. This is SasquatchChronicles.com, and we're going to go to October 29th, which was yesterday old. It was charging me. God, that's a hell of a title. I can't imagine. So just picture that, Jimmy. You're already out in the sticks or whatever, and then you see something. And then that something sees you. And then, in a lot of cases, that's the end of the experience. It walks away. But what if it charges at you? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. There's the fight, flight, and flee. I think I would be or fight, flight, and freeze. I think I would just freeze.
I think you got to add a category to that and include the I'm gonna poop myself category.
I assume that was coming with the freeze.
I'm gonna freeze and vacate my bowels. That'll work.
I saw Sasquatch. I passed out. I think while I was out, I pooped my pants.
I may have pooped first, though. I'm not sure. It was all a blur. Yeah, I'd be fudge striping it all the way to my car. I'd be like, yeah. No, it would be a big mess. All right. A listener writes, on December 30th of 2020, my partner, Marcel Arbor, and I bought a property with a small cabin in Bruce County, Ontario. Well, the property is located 1 kilometer from Greenock Swamp, the largest wetland complex in southern Ontario, Canada. The lay of the land is farm country with slivers of forest running through properties, a major river, conservation and trails, the Greenock Swamp and Lake Huron. Roughly 5 kilometers towards Lake Huron, the wind turbine fields begin. They stand 380 feet to 850 feet high, with red flashing lights at the top, and we were reconstructing the cabin, basically building off the 4 corners of the house. It was dilapidated. During that time, we lived 20 minutes away in a small town, Port Elgin, Ontario. On a cold, rainy night in early November 2021, possibly November 1st, at around 10 to 10:30 p.m., what is that? I don't care about that. Don't give me around 10 to 10:30 p.m., we gave up, left the cabin frustrated, cold, tired, and hungry. Headed to the condo in town, and it was a very rainy night, cold and damp, on the verge of snowing. Big rain splats on the windshield. The sky was not black, more grayish due to the bright moon and clouds. We could not get the cabin warm. My hands were so cold I could barely hold a hammer anymore. Well, we left in separate vehicles, and Marcel, he said he would follow me, which I didn't love because I drive slower and felt that now I had to go faster with him behind me. Well, we got up about 3 to 4 kilometers on the road, and we're coming up on a farmhouse with a large barn. Well, it appeared that someone was out working in the yard, and I thought to myself, what a crappy night for farmers to be out. The barn spotlight and the house lights were on, but there was also a red/amber light I couldn't make out. At first I thought the amber light was a distant wind turbine, but it moved like a torchlight after being carried by hand. And it was moving and swaying oddly. And then I thought it was the lights that the Mennonites have on the backs of their wagons. Legally have to have running lights here. I thought that because of the way the lights seemed to trot now. But this amber light was at the barn now and was moving fast. It moved so fast, I thought it was now a horse with a rider on its back. It was charging me. It came barreling up to the edge of the road and leered at me, opening its mouth full of teeth, and screamed. My brain could not comprehend what I was seeing. My mind wanted it to be a horse. I tried seeing the horse. It didn't make sense. It was not a horse. I could only see the left side of its body. The creature was standing straight up on its hind legs, about 6 feet tall. It was over the windshield of my VW. Well, I don't know how you say that. Tiguan? I don't know.
Tiguan.
Tiguan.
I
Okay.
once had a Tiguan.
Okay. Thick shoulders, built like a muscle man. Its legs from the side angle appeared very muscular, like a football player's, and I did not see below the knee. It donned a lion-like mane around its shoulders, neck, head, and breast, woolly looking when wet. The breast was almost pointed out like a wiener dog's. We have a wiener dog. Wiener dog breastplate ribcage literally come to a point. The creature had hackles standing on end. Its hackles were so prevalent that I thought they were feathers at first. This made the monster seem bigger, I think. Its shoulder was full of that buff bodybuilder. I could see muscle definition where the mane ended. Pure muscle. The monster's neck and shoulders were like that of a hunchback, and part of what makes this thing so bloody scary looking. Its head was lower than its shoulders, its head dipping down to its chest. Once the eyes adjust, it hits you. What this thing is, a pure abomination. This thing should not be. Very strange, unorthodox looking. Something crazy. It leered through the windshield, and at first, I thought it had horns. Its ears were so small and disproportionate to its massive head and muzzle. They looked ridiculous thinking back now. Its eyes no longer appeared to be illuminated from within when my high beam shone on them, showing them yellow and very apparent. Its mouth was agape, showing me razor teeth. The creature's muzzle looks like a King German Shepherd's. If you morph that breed to be 6 times its regular large breed size. Its mouth is wider and weirder than a dog with a long snout, and it appeared to have more control of the muscles in its face than, say, a floppy, loose-skinned hound dog. It screamed when I drove past. A million questions run through your mind. I screamed to myself in the car, braked and swerved, and I felt like I might have clipped it. That's how close it got. As soon as I was past it, I stepped on the gas and flew out. I thought about stopping the car to talk to Marcel, but I just kept going. I was too afraid. This road is straight and 15 kilometers long. Once we got home, I unpacked my stuff and carried on. And we were home for about 10 minutes, and Marcel said, "I saw a monster." And that's when I remembered. I'd already forgotten what I'd seen. I just blacked it out. Marcel did not see what I had until the point where the creature went behind my car. Marcel saw it pushing off from my bumper, going between his truck. He saw it run on 4 legs into the pine forest on the other side of the road, and the weird things happen out there occasionally. Every now and then we hear what sounds like something beating the hell out of a pack of coyotes. Screaming. Lion roaring? Marcel and I are hunters. Marcel more than myself, and we know what the wildlife looks like here. And that monster did not appear to be anything I ever knew existed. We found your podcast, and it helped a lot. I never knew about dogmen. I'd always wanted to see a Sasquatch or a UFO, and instead, I was blessed with demonic dogman. Well, this encounter got me thinking of other things and times strange occurrences have happened, and I don't think we are alone, and we have a lot to discover. We've spoken to a few friends and family. One about 20 kilometers in the other direction believes she's hearing a skinwalker killing coyotes as well. It's creepy near the swamp. Wow. How about that one, Jimmy?
This is a really good one because usually I feel like they don't have enough detail on the descriptions, and this was extremely detailed.
Yeah, they had a lot to explain. And she did it really well. I think.
He did.
Wow.
And then Chucky said something too that was interesting to me. The pointed chest is, I've not heard that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I never really knew, but I don't know that many people get past the whole how big it is, how muscular it is, and the big eyes and teeth looking at them. I think that, most people zero in on that, I think. And so maybe it looks more canine in the chest. Maybe it doesn't, or maybe it's, maybe there's variance. Who knows? I guess there's any number of ideas there, but wow, that's a pretty cool encounter. Oof. I mean, it's bold as brass, though, just charging towards the car like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Oh,
terrifying. I mean, that's literally, and when he says he blacked it out too, I'm like, man, that must have been like burned into your brain, the image, if you blacked it out and you were able to recall all of it too.
yeah. Well, I think, maybe it's just due to the anxiety of it, of just having
Yeah.
that. And so it's a psychological trigger. Just don't remember it. Don't think about it, and so maybe
Yeah.
it just is too powerful. And so maybe the mind just shut it off. Like, no, I don't even want to think about this as being real. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. That is weird, weird stuff. But again, I didn't know what kind of account we were going to get there because I don't pre-read these. So yeah, that's a Dogman account. I would love for there to be more of them because I'm. Here's what I think, Jimmy, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong or what to think for sure, but I think that there's probably a lot of accounts out there that just never get reported. And I think people are more likely to discuss Sasquatch encounters, like they've seen them, they know that there's plenty of forums and groups out there that are willing and are platforms for them to talk about what they saw. But I think there's, maybe it's less socially acceptable currently. And I think it's changing quickly, but currently that people feel like, well, if I saw a Sasquatch, I'd be okay talking about that, but who the hell's going to believe this, for
Well,
Dogman,
yeah.
you know?
And not to mention, I mean, it's most of these stories are coming from people who it sounds like are fairly open-minded, or at least, like this community who are pretty open to talking about this stuff. But yeah,
Mhm.
like to your point, it's got to be happening to a million people that just as easily probably think that they're crazy and wouldn't talk about it at all.
Right, right. And certainly, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I mean, for full disclosure, I was debating whether or not to ever post that picture of the scratches just because I was like, if I put it out there, how will people receive it? It'd be like, oh, well, obviously you're an idiot and scratched yourself somehow. Or would they at least be welcoming to the idea? And I host a show on this stuff. And it still occurred to me like, well, is this something I really want out there or not? And I chose to do it because I just figured, well, this is my community. These are my people. And at least I believe most of them would be receptive to it and open-minded to the idea that this really happened. And so I chose to, but it is a consideration, even for me doing a show. It's like, well, do I want this out there or not? Do I want people, equating that with me and even, to the point of, do I want people to be worried about me, I mean, honestly, because, I don't want people to stress out over what's happening here, but, I think it's a consideration for all of us that have seen and experience weird things. It's like, oh, is this something I really want to bring out? But I'm glad that people do. And I'm glad that I did because, I think that the one thing is it's reaffirming to know that there's a lot of sympathetic souls out there that are, there for you and they want to help and also to learn from what we experience. So yeah, I just think that's wonderful. But yeah, there's got to be so many more that will never see the light of day. These stories that people have of their experiences that will never be told, and that's
Oh yeah.
breaks my heart.
Do you ever see people that, I mean, like I know a couple people in my life that would never, I mean, they staunchly don't believe in anything
Oh, sure.
at all, but they've had some experiences and completely flip a switch. Do you ever see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's always powerful when it comes from somebody like that because it's just like, oh, you actually saw something.
Yeah, I think some of my favorite stories of paranormal experiences come from former skeptics, because
Yeah.
it's one thing for a believer to experience things, and then it's just like, yeah, I experienced it, and it doesn't cheapen it at all, but it's so amazingly powerful to me when it's such a transformative experience that these people have had that actually changes how they look at the world around them. It's like, wait, there's so much more going on out here. Wait a minute, I wasn't ready for this, you know? And I think that's powerful as well. But I think, you know, anybody that's willing to share their stories, I think it's a very brave and wonderful thing. And we all stand to learn and grow from that, or at least, you know, improve some understanding of the phenomena. So we're going to go to the next one from Sasquatch Chronicles now. And this is might be our last one. I wonder if I should go to this one, Strange Night in the Woods. That sounds awesome. It's from October 28th. Yeah, I think we'll do this one. And we'll see where we're at with time and before the 9 o'clock deadline. This is from October 28th, Strange Night in the Woods. So here we go. This encounter took place in the late 70s, a listener writes. I grew up in a rural area of western Kentucky, mostly farm ground with hills, overgrown thickets, and old oil field roads. And there was a wooded place that joined farm ground with access road that led to an old oil pump's jack site in a cul-de-sac type clearing. It was a place guys would take four-wheel drives and try to get them hung up or goof around and drink beer and take girls riding at night to try to scare them. Jeez. One night, some other guys and I drove back into the spots, probably midnight or later, messing around and had parked trucks, 3, I think, and decided to walk up into the wooded area to explore, which we had never done. We had lights and kind of paired up to form a sort of arrow figure point. My partner took left flank with the point pair, maybe 25 to 30 feet ahead, and right flank maybe 40 feet from us. And we could see their lights, and at first was going pretty easy, until we came to a section that seemed like an overgrown wall. We worked through the thick brush, stopping at times to listen in the night as we had begun to lose sight of the other lights, but could hear them from time to time or catch a glimpse of their lights. Well, during one stop, I can't recall if I or my partner heard first what sounded like children playing in a schoolyard. And we said to each other that can't be out in the woods, nothing around at 1 or 2 a.m. The noise seemed faint or distant, but we heard them as it was a clear, cool October night, early October night. Well, as we worked through the brush some more, we recognized a voice from the point shouting out, "Catch or grab that son of a buck," or something close to it. After which there was confusion, and I think he meant we could hear others trying to run forward, their lights bouncing in the night. As my partner made our way forward, we were sweeping the area with our light, looking for movement and thinking if it was one of our company pranking on us. And we gave chase as best we could for the growth, and at one point we hear a large splash, soon followed by another. We discovered there was a creek on this property that we didn't know was there. When my partner and I got out to the creek, one of the guys in point and one on the right flank were climbing out. We asked the point voice what he saw. He said a black shape was laying down and stood up and ran. He kept saying, "It's a man, it's a man." He was wearing a pack like a soldier. He said he wasn't particularly tall or no taller than us. We regrouped at the creek, talked a bit, each pair blaming the other for a prank, and all denying any part. We made our way back to the trucks and stood around the bed of one, each going over what happened or what they saw. My partner and I were the only ones to bring up the kids playing, when at once we hear a womp, wom, wom on the side of one of the trucks behind us. What does that mean? Womp, wom, wom. Is that a sound, or is it somebody hitting the truck, or what? I don't know.
A sound?
Yeah, I guess so. Behind us, and some, including me, quickly ran down to that truck, but found us or saw nothing, still blaming each other for pranking. We went back to the first truck where the others were, and things began to settle back down, and we hear the same beating sound, like it's right at the truck we're standing around, and many of us could see the truck shake. It was enough to make everyone scramble for a truck and tear out of there as fast as we could. This the basic story, so none of us ever made a positive sighting, and no one at that time ever even thought about Sasquatch. Wow. Huh. Somebody says, yeah, that makes sense. Evil likes to mock things, play games, and tease people, trying to make us the butt of a joke while making itself look like the hero. Huh. Well, there you go. That's one take on it. I don't know. I mean, perhaps it was just young ones just dorking around.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't all start 12 feet tall or 10 feet tall. They have formative years and probably mischievous years as well. So I don't know. Interesting story, though. I'm not sure what the womp, womp, womp sound was, though. Is it a sound impacting?
It's back there making it.
It's just womp, womp,
womp, womp, womp, womp, womp. Oh, we're spooking them now.
No, sorry, doing that beatbox thing. You know what I'm talking about, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
I can't do it.
I watch a lot of internet throughout the days as I'm doing my stuff, so I get exposed to all kinds of weird stuff. What can I say? All right. Well, let's see what the time is here first. We got 8:51. Maybe we got time for a Phantoms and Monsters here. Let me look at this story. Yeah, I think we can do this one. All right, we're going to head over to Phantoms and Monsters, ladies and gentlemen, which is Lon Strickler's site. Lon is a champ as well in the pillar in the Paranormal 40 and supernatural communities, and has been at this for decades. And his site, phantomsandmonsters.com, is incredible. He's updating every day, just like Wes. These guys are machines of posting. So Lon also has a podcast. It's called Phantoms and Monsters Radio, and I encourage you guys to look it up, as well as find his YouTube channel. He does live streams, and he's a fantastic guy. I got to get him back on the portal as well. But we're going to visit his site of phantomsandmonsters.com because he's got one of Jimmy's relatives on there on this story. Yes. One of your relatives, Jimmy, because this is Witness Describes Unexplained Cryptid Encounters in Charlotte County, Florida. Look at that. Look at that picture, Jimmy, huh? You might be related.
Oh, there it is. That's my cousin.
Yeah, that's cousin Randy.
My baby cousin. We don't like to talk to him. He's a Florida man.
Yeah, he's a Florida man. It's all snobby. All right. A Charlotte County, Florida resident recalls a strange encounters and experiences that he and his family have had with various cryptids or unexplained creatures. So it's more than just your cousin, Jimmy. There's more going on down there. I received the following reports. Around 1991, my mother, one of my cousins, and I were coming back from a school concert. Well, at that time, we lived in a rural part of Charlotte County, Florida. We were 3 miles from our home when my mother hit the brakes really hard. I was in the back seat sleeping, and my cousin was sleeping in the front passenger side, and I heard a hard thump, and then Mom hit the gas. I asked, "What happened?" And she screamed out, "I just hit a werewolf." My cousin's eyes were wide open, and she wouldn't talk at all. My mother told me more details when we got home. Before she hit it, she noticed a car on the side of the road up ahead. When she came up to it, the creature jumped right out in front of our car. She was going about 45 when she hit the brakes. It landed on the hood of the car, and its face landed on the windshield. It had black fur and red eyes. A long mouth open to reveal a large set of teeth. Definitely not a guy in a suit. It pushed itself off the car, leaving claw marks. My mother told me that the last time there was one in the area was over 20 years ago. Oh, apparently it's not uncommon or something. Well, I mean, I don't know, 20 years ago between, but still. I believe it was in 2001. I worked maintenance between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., and I was still living in Charlotte County, but near Punta Gorda. For about a week, I heard weird sounds coming from the back of the building, which had thick brush. Not the typical animal sounds, but one night, I heard a loud crash coming from the side entrance. I investigated to find a large garbage can that was thrown on top of the roof and rolled off. I was thinking, kids, until I got a strong whiff of something nasty. It wasn't the trash. When I was thinking skunk ape, I quickly picked up all the trash and went back to the building. The next night, I was traveling between the two buildings when the thick bushes started shaking. I heard an animal make a horrible sound, like it was being choked. Well, I ran to the lighted parking lot and turned around, and I saw a large humanoid shape appear out of the brush, and then it went back in. A couple nights later, my mother was waiting to pick me up when she saw a large shape come in under a light by the side entrance, and it suddenly noticed her and went back into the shadows. A week passed without incident, and again, my mother was waiting to pick me up when she heard a couple of dogs barking close by. She turned to see a large hooded man walking behind the car. He was across the parking lot on the other side of the road. The dogs belonged to a couple of trailer folks nearby, and these dogs travel in packs of 4 and 5 and weigh between 60 and 90 pounds, and they were running around the man, barking and snapping at him, and one of the large dogs got a hold of his arm. And then my mother saw the man's face. It wasn't a man under that hood. The head of a black wolf became visible. The unearthly being shook and then threw that dog like a doll. The rest of the dogs ran for their lives, and the hooded creature walked into the nearby woods. The next night was a full moon, and I heard its unearthly howl. We never heard and saw it again. Now a housing project occupies the land where it once lived. Yikes. Well, in that case, maybe it's a good thing there was some expansion going on.
Yeah. I'm going to clear out that area and put up a condo.
Yeah. Looks like a great place for them all. Oh, my God. Yeah, again, what do you do? That sounds like an awful lot of sightings, though. But I guess if you live in a place where these things are, then that's certainly possible. I don't mean to suggest that this is, so much or whatever, but I think it's interesting all the same. Any thoughts, Jimmy?
No, I'm just thinking of how you would explain that to your insurance company.
You see those scratches? That's where I hit the wolf man. Yeah. Yeah, they probably have you peeing in a cup pretty quick.
Cancel your policy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're no longer insured. Good luck with that. Good luck with you and the werewolves. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, but it's, it's insurance. They will get out of paying any way they can, right?
He said it was a werewolf? I don't know.
A werewolf, yeah. I don't think that goes on the policy claim real well, but there you have it, folks.
No, it's not an active god.
No, it's probably not. Wonder if you can get an active Satan on there. That's not an insurance classification, is it?
Oh, yep, that is covered.
Oh, hey, wait, there is a Satan clause here. You're good. Jimmy's lag laughter. You got lag laughter, Jimmy.
I know. Can you hear I'm slapping my knee? Oh, am I lagging again?
No, you're fine now. You're fine now. It was just a spike there. But there you have it, folks. I think that's going to wrap up our journey into the portal. Once again, congratulations to our 3 shirt winners. You guys are awesome, and thank you, everybody. Little round of applause.
Woo!
Congratulations to those of you that won shirts. And don't get frustrated, those of you that didn't. There'll still be more drawings. We're coming up to November. And then, by God, Christmas. And who knows what the hell I'll unleash on Christmas. But it just might be good. I'm just saying. God, we're already at the end of October, Jimmy. What the hell?
I know. I'm really not liking that Halloween's about to... I got 24 more hours, but, well, we're pushing it through the weekend, but I'm really bummed about it.
Yeah, I know. But what do you do? What do you do? Well, anyway, thank you all again. Thank you, Jimmy, for being here with me, brother. It's great having you back.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm hoping I can be back more here. Yeah, I don't know. Had to come back at least one time before Halloween here.
God bless you, sir. You picked the right night. It's right before Halloween, and this is our season. Although it's Halloween year round here in the portal, we definitely love celebrating the real thing. So, thanks for coming in costume too. That's really cool.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I have probably 120 or so costumes in my house, so I'm glad I get to bust some out.
Really? How come?
I have so many. I used to do videos and I used to just store props in Halloween over the years. I never throw them away. Someday I'll have some kind of armory with all my mannequins, but right now they're just in my basement.
I'm in costume right now. What are you talking about, Grandizer? Didn't you see? I'm wearing my wizard robe. It's not like a Harry Potter wizard robe, but it's a cloak. I don't know. It's my cloak. And I got my wizard staff.
Mage.
My wizard staff right here. I'm all set. This is my wizard get up. That's it. I'm a wizard. And a thumping good one too once I train up a bit. Hagrid?
You're a wizard, Brent.
Well, I hate to, flex too much, but yeah, that's my costume. I'm wearing my wizard robe. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all for being here and being a part of the journey. As always, it is a rare and wonderful pleasure to have you here. And I hope that you'll continue to come back, because I'll be back on Friday night with the Friday night show. And I'll be back Saturday night with the Saturday night show. So I hope you'll join me. I'm sure Sheldon will be here on Friday night and possibly. So anyway, I'll be here. And what more could you want? The Paranormal Portal will be in session. So a special hello once again to my cousin Paul, who is probably still watching. And just want to make sure he didn't miss that. Miss the shout out. Because if not, I'll hear about it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. Good night. Remember, we love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Help each other out. Find the magic in every day. And remember to laugh as much as you can. Until next time, Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here, 10 p.m. Eastern. On whatever your channel you're watching on, just come back Friday and Saturday night as well. That's the expectation. I might be taking attendance, so, don't be late. All right. That is it. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I got no candy.
I have filled up my candy bowl probably 4 times and eaten it every single time. So I want to weigh myself this month.
Sounds like some munchies.
Yeah.